had a lot more edge than the first press conference, because the first press conference had no edge. I mean, he gave him his belts, you know, and Ruiz looked like a competition winner. And yesterday, you know, Ruiz travelled, looked, behaved like a champion. And I think Joshua, again, whether he admits it or not, wants this challenger mentality in this fight. In terms of who's got more pressure, well, I don't know. I mean, for Joshua, it's a must-win fight. For Ruiz, you know, I don't know whether the mentality, you know, he's obviously got a huge amount of money over 2 fights. Does that take the edge off? Does that take the hunger off? Or does that drive him on to want more and to be in bigger fights? Because if Ruiz wins this fight, he's the biggest star in boxing. You know, and if Joshua wins the fight, he probably is. And then, you know, you start talking about the fights that we talked about, you know, non-stop for 18 months.
Has there been an undercard in that yet?
Not yet, no. We're about 12 weeks out, so next few days and weeks.
What's the latest on the stadium?
Being built, underway. I mean, they've got 3 events there. They've got the Formula E, which is part of Formula 1, which is what they held last year. They had 50,000 attend that event last year. And the new stadium is part of the hospitality sort of arena for the Formula 1. Then they've got our event, and then they've got another major sporting event, which I'm not actually sure they've announced yet, the week after. So the pressure's on.
How big is the stadium?
16,000. Started off at 8, then it was 10. And I said, you need to make it much bigger. So they said, how about 16? So
what kind of crowd do you think it will be?
16.
More Saudi nationals, or do you feel like there will be some
we've had a huge amount of interest from Britain, but there's also a lot of expats in Saudi. Dubai is an hour and 45 minutes. And there are so many Brits in Dubai, so many expats in Dubai, they're all going to fly over. I mean, you could tell yesterday at the press conference, it was packed. I mean, that was media and very special invite only. But what was really nice was at the airport, they were both getting mobbed, you know, by fans. And that was refreshing, because I think a lot of the criticism is, oh, you know, what does this country know about boxing? They've got TVs, you know, they watch live sport, they know who Anthony Joshua is, they know who Andy Ruiz is, and for them, the excitement level to be staging an event like this is on another level.
Do they have the zone though?
Not yet, I'm sure they will do soon.
Eddie, Ruiz looked heavier yesterday than he was when they fought. What did you think of that?
It's hard to tell, isn't it? Like, I saw a lot of comments on it. I mean, I saw him this close, and I saw the pictures of him as well. This close, he looked exactly the same as he did at the first press conference. The pictures, he looked a bit bigger. There's 12 weeks to go. So I expect him to be exactly the same weight as he was for the first fight. I think the benefit that he had for the first fight was he was coming off a win 7 weeks before, or 6 weeks before. So he'd just done a training camp. He was already in shape, didn't have time to relax and eat. But I asked him the question yesterday at the press conference. I said, people were always, everybody's saying, you know, the Rolls Royces, the mansions, all the bling. Have you taken your eye off the ball? And he was quite adamant, absolutely not. And you know what? Manny Robles is a great trainer. I don't believe that Manny would allow him to. He's definitely probably more, definitely heavier than Manny would probably like him to be. But I guess that's always the case with Andy Ruiz.
Can you tell us what was said between both fighters when they stood face to face? For the first time since...
Ruiz said, I think, I'm going to mic both guys today because you needed to hear it because it was brilliant. Ruiz said something like, I know you're going to be ready this time. And Joshua said, make sure you're ready. He said, as I said to you at the last press conference, December 7th, you're only champion until December 7th. And then all the belts go in the air. And then we go to war. And he said, I'll be ready, God's on my side. That's what Ruiz said. And it was very intense, and then it was very respectful after. So we'll see what we get today. Hopefully Andy didn't sleep much on a plane.